Hello students, I am Ankit Kumar again here to take class of economics for 12th standard. Earlier we have studied value added method of national income measurement. Now we will study the second method, that is income method. Let's start. The income method measures national income from the side of factor payments made to the factors of production. According to this method, national income is estimated as the sum total of factor incomes generated by normal residents of a country during an accounting year. We all know that there are four factors of production. All the incomes that accrue to the factors by way of wages, profits, rent, interest are summed up to obtain national income. Income method is also called as factor payment method or distributive share method. Components of factor incomes. The sum total of all the factor incomes earned within the domestic territory of a country is known as domestic income. Following are the components of income method. First is compensation of employees. This income is generated by labor. Second is rent and royalty. This income is generated by land. Third is interest. This income is generated by capital. Fourth is profit. This income is generated by entrepreneur. Fifth is mixed income. This income is generated by self-employed persons whose income cannot be separated from each factor of production. Compensation of employee. Compensation of employee refers to amount paid to employees by employer for rendering productive services. It includes all the payments and benefits which the employee receives directly or indirectly from the employer. Compensation of employee is the payment made by producer or employer to their employees in the different forms. Compensation of employee consists of three elements. First is wages and salaries in case. It includes all monetary benefits like wages, salaries, bonus, dearness allowances, commission, etc. Remember one thing, that any reimbursement of business incurred by the employee will be excluded from compensation of employee, as such expenses are part of intermediate consumption of the firm. Second is wages and salaries in kind. It includes all non-monetary benefits like rent-free home, free car, free medical and educational facilities. An imputed value of these facilities should be included in national income. Remember one thing, that facilities which are necessary for work are not included. For example, uniforms to be worn during work only or vehicles to be used for work only. Such payments are intermediate consumption of that firm. Third is employers' contribution to social security schemes. It includes contributions made by employer for the social security of employee. For example, contribution to provident fund, gratuity, labor welfare funds, etc. Important points is that only employer's contribution will be included in compensation of employee. Contribution by third party like insurance company to employee is not included in COE. Any contribution by employee is also not included. Rent and royalty. Rent is that part of national income which arises from ownership of land and building. It includes both actual rent as well as imputed rent. Rent of self-occupied properties is called imputed rent. Imputed rent is calculated on the basis of market rental value of the property. Royalty refers to income received for granting leasing rights of subsoil assets. For example, owners of mineral deposits like coal, natural gas, etc. can earn income by giving rights of mining to the contractors. Interest. Interest is the amount received for lending funds to a production unit. It includes both actual interest and imputed interest of funds provided by the entrepreneur. Interest income included interest loans taken for productive services only. Remember that interest paid by government on public debt and interest paid by the consumers is not included in interest income, as such interest is paid on loans taken for consumption purpose. Profit. Profit is the reward to the entrepreneur for his contribution to the production of goods and services. It is remaining income which an entrepreneur earns after paying all other factors of production. Profit is the revenue remaining after all costs are paid. The profit earned by an enterprise is used for three purposes. First is corporate tax. It is the direct tax paid by an enterprise to the government on the total profit earned by it. It is also known as profit tax or business tax. Second is dividend. It refers to that part of profit which is paid to the shareholders in the ratio of their shareholding. It is also known as distributed profit. Third is retained earnings. It refers to that part of profit which is kept as reserve to meet unexpected contingencies or for business expansion. It is also known as undistributed profit or savings of private sector or reserve and surplus. Mixed income. It is the term used for any income that has more than one type of factor income. It arises from productive services of self-employed person whose income includes wages, rent, interest and profit, and these elements cannot be separated from each other. When total factor payments can be estimated but cannot be segregated into separate heads, then additional factor payments known as mixed income. This payment is also known as mixed income of self-employed, as this problem arises mainly in case of self-employed people like doctors, chartered accountants, consultants, etc. Operating surplus. Operating surplus is another term used in factor payments. Operating surplus is the sum total of income from property and income from entrepreneurship. Income from property includes rent, royalty and interest, while income from entrepreneurship includes profit. Operating surplus is equal to rent plus royalty plus interest plus profit. Compensation of employee, rent and royalty, interest, profit, and mixed income are 5 components of factor income. Sum total of income from rent and royalty, profit and interest is known as operating surplus. So factor income can be divided into 3 main groups like compensation of employees, operating surplus and mixed income. Steps of income method. Step 1. Identify and classify the production units. All the producing enterprises employing various factors of production are identified and classified into primary, secondary and tertiary sector. Step 2. Estimation the factor income paid by each sector. The factor incomes paid by each sector are grouped under different categories: compensation of employee, rent and royalty, interest, profit and mixed income. Step 3. Calculate domestic income. When factor income of all sectors are summed up, we get domestic income, that is NDP at factor cost. NDP at factor cost is equal to compensation of employee plus rent and royalty plus interest plus profit plus mixed income. rent, royalty, interest, profit are the parts of operating surplus. So we can say NDP at factor cost is equal to compensation of employee plus operating surplus plus mixed income. Step 4. Estimation of national income. In the final step, net factor income from abroad is added to domestic income to arrive at national income. NNP at factor cost is equal to NDP at factor cost plus NFIA. Precautions. Transfer incomes like scholarship, donation, charity, etc. are not included in the national income because such receipts are not connected with any productive activity and there is no value addition. Income from sale of second-hand goods will not be included as their original sale has been already counted. Income from sale of shares, bonds, and debentures will not be included as such transactions do not contribute to current flow of goods and services. Any commission or brokerage on such financial assets is included as it is productive services. Windfall gains like income from lotteries, horse race, etc. are not included as there is no productive activities connected with them. Imputed value of service provided by owners of production unit will be included. Imputed value of owners occupied houses, interest on own capital, production for self-consumption, etc. will be included as these are productive activities and add to flow of goods. Remember that earlier we have discussed that goods for self-consumption will be included but services for self-consumption will not be included. Payments out of past saving like death duties, gift tax, interest tax, etc. are not included in national income because they are paid out of wealth or past saving and do not add to current flow of goods and services. Indirect taxes are not included in national income. However, they are included in market price aggregates. Numerical examples. Question number 1. Calculate NDP at factor cost. One side particulars and another side rupees in crores. Rent 400 crores, royalty 200 crores, interest 500 crores, compensation of employee 1000 crores, profit 500 crores, mixed income 1000 crores. In this question, we have to calculate net domestic product at factor cost. NDP at factor cost is equal compensation of employee plus rent and royalty plus interest plus profit plus mixed income equal to 1000 crore plus 400 crores rent and 200 crores royalty plus 500 crores plus 500 crores plus 1000 crores equal to 1000 crores plus 600 crores plus 2000 crores equal to 3600 crores. Question number 2. Calculate GNP at market price from the following data. One side particulars, another side rupees in crores. Net indirect taxes 900 crores, depreciation 400 crores, net factor income from abroad minus 20 crores, rent 1000 crores, dividend 500 crores, mixed income 200 crores, saving of private sector 400 crores, interest 200 crores, compensation of employees 100 crores. In this question, we have to calculate GNP at market price. When we will add the particulars of factor income, we get NDP at factor cost. So first we will calculate NDP at factor cost. NDP at factor cost is equal compensation of employee plus rent and royalty plus interest plus profit plus mixed income. Here profit is not given directly, so we will add the sub part of profit. Profit is equal corporate tax plus dividend plus retained earnings or saving of private sector. Here corporate tax is not given, so we'll consider it 0, equal to 0 plus 500 crores plus 400 crores equal to 900 crores. NDP at factor cost is equal to compensation of employee, that is 100 crores, plus rent and royalty, that is 1000 crores, plus interest, that is 200 crores, plus profit, that is 900 crores, plus mixed income, that is 200 crores, equal to 2400 crores. Now we will calculate GNP at market price. GNP at market price is equal to NDP at factor cost plus CFC to convert net into gross plus NFIA to convert domestic into national plus NIT to convert factor cost into market price, equal to 2400 crores plus 400 crores plus minus 20 crores plus 900 crores equal to 3700 crores minus 20 crores equal to 3680 crores. Question number 3. Calculate national income, one side particulars, another side rupees in crores. Compensation of employee 13,300 crores, wages in kind 200 crores, indirect taxes 3,800 crores, gross domestic fixed capital formation 6,200 crores, operating surplus 5,000 crores, mixed income of self-employed 16,100 crores, net factory income from abroad 300 crores, net exports minus 100 crores. In this question, we have to calculate national income. First, we will calculate NDP at factor cost and then convert it into NNP at factor cost. Important thing is that operating surplus is given, so no need to add its subpart. One more thing, here some more particulars are given to create confusion, so avoid these particulars. NDP at factor cost is equal to compensation of employee plus operating surplus plus mixed income, equal to 13,300 crores plus 5,000 crores plus 16,100 crores equal to 34,400 crores. Now we will calculate NNP at factor cost. NNP at factor cost is equal to NDP at factor cost plus NFIA to convert domestic into national equal to 34,400 crores plus 300 crores equal to 34,700 crores. Question number 4. Calculate the operating surplus. One side particulars, another side rupees in crores. Compensation of employees 200 crores, indirect taxes 200 crores, consumption of fixed capital 100 crores, subsidy is 50 crores, gross domestic product at market price 600 crores, mixed income 50 crores. In this question, we have to calculate operating surplus. Here one aggregate GDP at market price is given. We know that operating surplus is part of factory incomes and sum total of factory incomes is equal to NDP at factor cost. So we convert GDP at market price into NDP at factor cost. NDP at factor cost is equal to GDP at market price minus CFC to convert gross into net minus NIT to convert market price into factor cost. Here NIT is not given directly. So first we calculate NIT. Net indirect taxes are equal to indirect taxes minus subsidies equal to 200 crores minus 50 crores equal to 150 crores. NDP at factor cost is equal to GDP at market price, that is 600 crores minus CFC, that is 100 crores minus NIT, that is 150 crores equal to 600 crores minus 250 crores equal to 350 crores. Now we will calculate operating surplus. NDP at factor cost is equal to compensation of employees plus operating surplus plus mixed income. 350 crores is equal to 200 crores plus operating surplus, which we have to calculate, plus 50 crores. 350 crores is equal to operating surplus plus 250 crores. Operating surplus is equal to 350 crores minus 250 crores equal to 100 crores. That's all. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you.